What's up, guys? Vic here. When I bought my 1972 Suzuki GT750, I had a bit of issues with oil lines. They were slightly damaged and they weren't working. So let me show you how I fix my oil lines. According to the parts list, this is how the assembly is supposed to look like. And number 16, there's a part number there. So according to this, there's supposed to be one unit for all models. Over the time I learned there's two different types of oil lines. The one on the left with the red tubes is from early models, and the one on the right, it's actually the later version. The red one, it's supposed to be for J&K, and the one with more transparent pipes, it's supposed to be for later versions. Well, I prefer the one on the right because it's got transparent tubes. Obviously you can see the oil flowing, where in the red one, yeah, it's rather difficult. So the later one is more preferable by me. So when I bought my GT750, a couple of lines were damaged, so I had to try to fix them somehow. So I've measured the OD of the pipe, and this is 4 mil. So I bought a piece of PVC tube, and I thought I will replicate the shape and just put it in. But obviously this is kind of flimsy, you know, it won't hold the shape as it should. So to replicate the shape, I use a piece of wire, stuck it in, and just I trace the shape. And this is what came out. Obviously, you know, once you pull out the wire, you know, it will lose the shape. So I decided to keep this pipe and the wire for a few days in the petrol. I'm sure everyone knows that if those lines, PVC lines, they get hard once they get contact with petrol. So yeah, I kept it for probably 5-7 days, and then when you pull out the wire, you know, the PVC tube will hold the shape. To remove damaged hose out of this nylon block, I just use 4 mil drill with hand drill. To bond the tube in place, I use this Loctite 401, which is supposed to be correct for PVC. So here's the unit which I originally fixed. As you see, there is one line which is completely replaced. The other line is just joined together because, you know, most of the line was fine, so I just fixed it here, and yeah, it was working fine. So this is how it looks. I just use a bit bigger piece of bigger tube, put on top of each other and bond them together. So I haven't used this original crimpings. I just use I think it was titanium wire, and just all around. And yeah, it was working fine. You know, obviously I was treating this as a temporary fixing, so yeah, it was working fine. So here's another set of pipes which I have, and just notice that it's got pretty much the same issue like my other set. Is getting damaged in pretty much the same place. So yeah, I might have to look into this later. Another issue which I was dealing with, it was stuck, these check valves. This is one-way valve for stopping oil from going back from the cylinders to the pump. So obviously they can be disassembled, cleaned, and put back together. And here's our check valve. Then we're pulling out the end. There is a bowl, and there should be a spring. So, there is. And that's what we've got inside. So once everything is cleaned, you can actually assemble this back. Spring, bowl, and the cap. So once your lines are assembled, you should prime them with fresh oil. All of them. And once you do that, you should hang them upside down for some time and see if they're leaking. If they're not leaking, you're ready to install them. Thank you for watching. Cheers.